Good morning, friends, and happy Read Aloud Wednesday. For today's Read Aloud book, we are going to be doing The Three Billy Goats Gruff. Now, this book is a folk tale. It's a fictional story, which means it's not true. This is the front of the book, the cover. This is the back. The author is Bonnie Dobkin. Now it says retold by on the bottom, so that means she's not the original person who wrote the story, but she just retold it in her way. And the illustrator is C.B. Vora. That means that she drew the pictures. Okay. Let's open up the book to the first page. Once upon a time, in a beautiful green valley, there lived three brothers who just happened to be goats. They were known as the Three Billy Goats Gruff, and they were as different could be. The oldest brother... Here, let me see if I can... I don't like bending books, so that way you can see more of the picture there. The oldest brother was Big Billy Goat Gruff. He was big, and he was strong, and he was rough, and he was tough. He had thick, curvy horns and a head like a boulder, and his hooves crushed the rocks when he walked. He wasn't afraid of anything. Being big can sometimes make you feel like that. More on this side. Here we go. The second brother was Middle Billy Goat Gruff. He was half the size of his big brother, and his horns were short and thin. He was a very nervous goat, and he sometimes thought no one listened to him. Being in the middle can sometimes make you think like that. So he was more shy, and the first brother was more outgoing. The youngest brother was Little Billy Goat Gruff. He was a tiny little goat with tiny little hooves, and the nubs of his horns barely poked from the top of his head. He liked to talk, and he thought he was very smart. Being small can sometimes make you feel like that. So they were all different. They all had different personalities. Now, what the Billy Goats Gruff liked to do more than anything in the world was eat the long green grass in their beautiful valley. They ate in the morning, they ate in the afternoon, they ate in the evening until the sun went down. They ate so much that there soon was very little grass to eat. Uh-oh, ran out of grass. What will we do? Said Middle Billy Goat Gruff. If we don't find more grass, we'll soon be nothing but skin and bones. Push this here. Then we'll find more grass, said Big Billy Goat Gruff. But where? Asked the middle brother. Where are we going to find more grass? I know, said the Little Billy Goat Gruff, feeling very smart. We'll go to the meadow on the other side of the river. We can stay for days and eat, and soon we'll be very, very fat. So now they're looking over here to where the river's at. But Little Billy Goat Gruff's idea was not as simple as it seemed. You see, the only way to cross the river was on a long wooden bridge. Under the bridge lived a hideous, horrible, stinky old troll. The troll had bumpy green skin and great froggy eyes. He had a big squash nose that was always dripping. His teeth were snaggly, his claws were fraggly, and he smelled like a foot. Oh yes. He also ate anyone who tried to cross the bridge. We can't go across that bridge, cried Middle Billy Goat Gruff. What about the troll? I'm not worried about the troll, said Big Billy Goat Gruff. Well, I am, said his middle brother. I don't feel like being eaten for lunch. Don't worry, said Little Billy Goat Gruff, feeling very smart indeed. I have a plan, and he told them what it was. The next morning, Little Billy Goat Gruff set off across the bridge. Trip, trap, went his tiny hooves on the wooden planks. A terrible roar rose up from below. Who's trip-trapping across my bridge? It's only I, little Billy Goat Gruff said. Why are you walking across my bridge? Yelled the hideous, horrible, stinky old troll. I'm going to eat the green grass in the meadow and make myself fat, said the goat. Oh, no, you're not, roared the troll, because I'm coming up to eat you. And he leapt on top of the bridge. Little Billy Goat Gruff trembled where he stood. Oh, please, Mr. Troll, don't eat me. I'm too small, and you'll be finished in one gulp. Wait for my brother. He's much bigger and fatter than I am. Thought the troll. Why not? I can always catch you on your way back home. Very well, said the troll. Be off with you. Oh, thank you, Mr. Troll, said little Billy Goat Gruff, and he trip-trapped his way to the other side of the bridge and onto the meadow. A little while later, Middle Billy Goat Gruff set off across the bridge. Clip-clop, clip-clop went his hooves on the wooden planks. A roar rose up from below. Who's clip-clopping across my bridge? Middle Billy Goat shook so hard he almost fell down. It's only Middle Billy Goat Gruff. Why are you walking across my bridge? Yelled the hideous, horrible, stinky old troll. I'm going to eat the green grass in the meadow and make myself fat, said the goat. Oh, no, you're not, because I'm coming up to eat you. And he leapt on top of the bridge. I wonder what's going to happen. Middle Billy Goat Gruff wobbled where he stood. Oh, please, Mr. Troll, don't eat me. I'm not very big, and you'll be done in 2 gulps. Wait for my brother. He's much bigger and fatter than I am. Thought the troll. I can eat your big brother, then catch you and the little goat on your way home. Very well, said the troll. Be off with you. Oh, thank you, Mr. Troll, said Middle Billy Goat Gruff. And he clip-clapped as fast as his hooves could take him to the far side of the bridge and into the meadow. A little while later, when the sun was high in the sky, Big Billy Goat Gruff set off across the bridge. Ooh, what's going to happen? He's the last one. Trump, trump, trump went his hooves as the wooden planks. A roar rose up from below. Who's tromping across my bridge? It is I, Big Billy Goat Gruff, said the goat. Why are you walking across my bridge? Yelled the hideous, horrible, stinky old troll. I'm going to eat the green grass in the meadow and make myself fat. Oh, no, you're not, roared the troll, because I'm coming up to eat you. Well, said Billy Goat Gruff, what are you waiting for? And the troll leapt on top of the bridge. Uh-oh. Big Billy Goat Gruff stared at the troll. The troll stared at Big Billy Goat Gruff. Then Big Billy Goat Gruff lowered his head and charged. He knocked the troll down with his big, hard head. He stomped on the troll with his huge, sharp hooves. Ooh. Then he picked the troll up with his long, curved horns and tossed him high in the air. The troll spun in circles and dropped into the river with a great big splash. As the rushing waters carried him away, he shouted and spouted and spit and screamed and yelled something nasty about the goats. That was the last anyone ever saw of the hideous, horrible, stinky old troll. And the 3 Billy Goats Gruff, they lived happily in the valley for the rest of their lives, eating the green grass on both sides of the river and getting very fat. The end. That was a really interesting book, wasn't it? I wonder how many of you thought that at the end, Big Billy Goat Gruff was actually going to tip the troll over into the water. That was very fun. Stay tuned for our extension activity where we're going to be making a puppet, a Billy Goat Gruff puppet. Ooh, say that 3 times fast. And then you can rewind this video and start from the beginning and retell the story with your puppet. Maybe you can even do it in your own words. I can't wait to see your guys' great activities and great ideas you come up with. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Read Aloud Wednesday extension. For today's extension, you're going to need the bag that's labeled Class Dojo Activity for 2-13-21. Inside the bag, there should be a printout of a goat, a billy goat. You should also have a paper bag and the letter G tracing worksheet. Additional materials you will need is scissors, glue, and optional are something to color with, so either crayons, colored pencils, or markers. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut out all of the parts of our billy goat. So the ears, the nose, the mouth, the eyes, and the horns. For time's sake, I went ahead and I pre-cut all of these parts out here, and they're colored in, okay? And then you can also color your bag whatever color you want to make your billy goat. I didn't do that today, but you definitely can. So if you'd like to pause the video right here to color in your parts, you can do that, or if not, let's go ahead and move on. So in order to make our goat, we are going to glue the pieces on there. Let's start with his nose, because that's probably one of the easier pieces to do. So we're going to put some glue right on his nose. Again, you can either use liquid or the stick. And make sure you have the paper bag that has the flat part front. And we're going to put his nose right halfway on top like that. That way it still flaps out. Okay. Next, let's do his eyes. So we're going to put his eyes right up here. There's one. I'm going to do this part. My glue keeps getting string on it. 2. So now we have 2 eyes. And I'm going to go ahead and put his mouth on. On the bottom here, just like that. So what I did was I lifted this part up and I put it right there for his mouth. And then I'm going to do his horns. Okay. So you can either glue them here or you can glue them right on front. I'm going to glue mine right on front today, but you can do either or, on back or on front. Okay, just like this. So far that's what we have. And then the last piece is the ears. Now for the ears, there's a dotted line in the middle. We are going to fold right on that dotted line so they flap like that. And then we're going to glue the back, not the front, but the back. Okay. And then we are going to put that right on our horn, just like that. There's his ear. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. So again, we're going to fold on the dotted line. We're going to glue the back. And we are going to put that right on the ear. And now we've made our billy goat. And for the extension activity, what I want you guys to do is I want you to go back to the video of the story, The 3 Billy Goats Gruff. And I want you to retell the story with your billy goat. So you can be the big billy goat, the medium billy goat, or the small billy goat. You can choose which one you want to be and retell your story using your goat puppet. Just like this. There you go. Good job, friends. That's awesome. Now remember to take a video of you retelling the story with your puppet so we can see. If the video is longer than 6 minutes, you might have to separate it into 2 different videos. And then if you have some extra time after you've retold the story with your puppet, I want you to go ahead and work on the letter G. Work on tracing the letter G. Now, if you know how to write your letters already, instead of tracing right underneath, it gives you space that you can write the letter G on your own. That's just an extension to our activity for the Read Aloud today. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see all the hard work that you put in. Have a great night.